Welcome back, warm up rivalry, man. What a week. Upsets, upsets, upsets. Man, we got to start with the Vanderbilt upset going against Bama, dog.
Yeah,
That's the talk of the week, man. Tearing down goalposts, walking the streets, man. The biggest win in Vanderbilt history, bro.
yeah.
Did you see it coming?
Didn't see that coming, man. Didn't see that coming, man. But that's what college football is all about, man. Lining up and believing. Vanderbilt believed they can win. It was Alabama led for 0 seconds in that game. So they put belt to ass from the jump. And commend those boys, man. Commend that coach putting together a great game plan. But even more further so, commend those guys for not actually going out to execute it, but actually making plays when it was time to, man. It was in some situations third down and fourth down, and they got those handled, and they moved forward, and they kept Alabama's offense off the field, Milroy off the field, man. They did what they needed to do to win, man. Huge win for the Vanderbilt community.
But look, that was the game last week we did not talk about. But after the call, you said, man, why you ain't talk about the Vandy Bama game? I said, man, for what?
Yeah,
What we gonna talk about it for?
yeah,
Dog, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Vanderbilt, man,
yeah,
they like you said, man, belt their ass all game. I mean, they go up 14 in the first quarter,
yeah. 14-0, man. 14-0.
14 in the first quarter, man. Played solid defense, man. The ball bounced their way. Um, had a pick six early in the game. But man, I know again, everybody in Nashville is still riding high on that upset, which is it's well deserved. It's well deserved, man. But again, I don't think the quarterback is done, bro. I think he has more that he plans on kind of handed out to the SEC, man. What you think about the kid?
Man, I think he's really good for the system, and he's humble, man. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but after this win, man, they say your life changed when you beat Bama, man. He's had major corporations come towards him with NIL deals, one being Ferrari. Trying to think of another one off the top of my head, but that was the one that stuck out to me the most. It was Ferrari that reached out to him for an NIL deal, man. Just looking at the schedule, man, Vanderbilt could easily their record right now is 3-2. They could have easily been 5-0 right now. Easily. They went to Georgia State, lost to Georgia State, and they went to Vanderbilt, not to Vanderbilt, they went to Missouri and lost by 3. I think that game went to overtime. It did. It went to
Yeah.
overtime. They could easily be 5-0 right now, man.
Hey, man, the game, the level, the playing field is leveled off. We talk about it week after week. You seeing it now week after week. That again, especially in the SEC, for years everyone's been talking about, man, just the grind of the SEC. You can get beat week in and week out. It's even more now. It's even
Yep.
more the case now because again, you've got talent everywhere across the SEC, not only within the country. Which brings us to another upset of the week. Number 4 team in the country goes down. Tennessee, high-powered offense, but Arkansas and T. Will's defense, bro, they found a way to win the ball game.
Yeah, man. Shocking game. I thought Tennessee would go in and put up a lot of points. Wasn't able to get my eyes on this game and see what actually happened, but apparently Travis Williams came out with an excellent game plan, man. And the stadium atmosphere I heard was on another level, man. It was a night game. I think they had the game after the Auburn and Georgia game. And they took full advantage of it.
Yep.
Crowd showed up and was involved, and it willed them to a win, man. Congrats to Arkansas and the big win that they got at home.
Huge, huge win for the program, man. I don't know if you was able to see Sam Pittman's interview um, towards the end of the game. They was just talking about how many times the fans have been able to, rush the field in his tenure. I think he said this was the second time, both over Tennessee, I believe.
Mm.
Both over Tennessee. Man, great win for the program. Again, I like what Arkansas has. We talked about it before the season. I think they're continuing to build, but play solid defense. Defense wins championships, man, and defense will win you a lot of games.
Always, always. They'll say you for sure, man. They ain't got to score. We can still win. If we can do both, man. The
Yep,
defense, you can stop them from scoring and you can score. That's why defense is the most important, man.
agreed, man. What about the one in Athens? Georgia versus our Tigers. Man, again, I chose Auburn to go in and upset Georgia. Didn't know how. Again, you mentioned we haven't won in Athens in the past 20 years. which is insane. Insane. I get it though. I get it. We played. They're a tough place to play. But man, what do we think coming out of this week? Again, I'll start it off. I'm even more concerned. The reason why, again, play calling towards the end of the game, and now we're in a situation where Hugh Freeze says the quarterback changed the play call. Um, our quarterback is on a podcast this week. He says that that was the play that was actually called, but he's not going to discuss it. He's going to keep it in house. He's going to keep it in locker room, which is something our head guy hasn't done. But man, I'm concerned, man. I definitely seen this a mile away. It seems as if things are very divided. When you talk about head guy and quarterback relationship, not even talking about everybody else. But yeah, man, we went into Georgia, got beat. But even more concerning, who knows where we're headed, bro?
Who knows, man? Let's start with the streak that's at Georgia, man. Between the hedges, over a 20-year streak of losing at Georgia, man, is really unacceptable, man.
Yeah.
And it's starting to seem like, man, maybe we need to take a look in the self and take a look at ourselves in the mirror and think and regroup and say, man, maybe we're not this program that we think we are, and we need to start working towards that, because that is just unacceptable, bro. Period. Straight up unacceptable. Now, moving forward, addressing the team, man. It's really disheartening to see the product that we're putting on the field, because we have guys, we have talent that can get the job done. At halftime, I think it was 10-3, as I recall, 10-3 on the road at Georgia. That should be a winnable game. That should be a winnable game, man. But again, man, you harped on the quarterback and head coach situation, man. I really can't explain it. It's a lot of finger pointing going on, a lot of finger pointing
Yeah.
going on. I just want to imagine what it's like being in the building and seeing it. Like, what's the aura? What's, just anything, man. It's a very strange situation, man. And until one of them leaves, nothing's going to change. So whether that be the coach, whether that be the quarterback, whenever they separate and somebody has to leave the program, that's when things change for the better.
But this is Payton's last year, bro. I don't think it's the quarterback. Again, we can bring in a highly touted 5-star recruit. I know we just got one signed, but I don't think that's gonna fix it all. Bringing him into Auburn, bringing him into the current culture
Mm-hmm.
and state of our program, bro. I don't know if that's setting him up for success. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, man. Scary times, man. Very talented guy, man. But I want to see him come to us, man. As we spoke on before, man. When we get these guys, they usually get messed over or whatnot. But maybe this guy could be the change, man. The last guy we had similar to him was a Nick Marshall and Cam Newton. So maybe he could do some things similar. I'm not saying he has to be those guys, but carve his own way out.
Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. I think the bigger question is if he comes to Auburn, will Hugh be the guy leading them? I think
Mm.
that's a bigger question right now, especially with the entire season still on the table. Still has to unfold. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Man, you said it, Missouri. Missouri went down, bro.
Damn.
Got thrashed,
Crash.
bro. Them boys got beat down. Texas A&M came in with the mindset to prove a point, and they did that. They controlled the game from beginning to end. What was the final score? 30 something, what, 7?
No, I think it was 40-7.
Oh man. Oh man. I hate it for Eli's program. But again, they played a good Texas A&M ball team. We seen it coming. Um, what you think about the program, where they headed, man, and just that game in general?
As I spoke on it before, man, I thought they were front runners. It's been a couple of different times that I've seen that Missouri could have lost a football game, and the ball just ended up bouncing their way. But this game they got exposed. Texas A&M was ready. They was ready, man, and their new coach, man, his feeding is setting into the team.
Yeah.
Uh, Gotten better every week. So I know by the time they get to Auburn, they'll be a whole different team. Yeah. So, but was I surprised at the score of the game? Very. Did I think Missouri was gonna lose? I did. I felt
Yeah.
like this was on the road in a hostile environment. I feel like they would go down, but I didn't expect this.
Yeah. Yeah. We both chose Texas A&M that game. I know you talked heavily about the quarterback with Texas A&M. You thought quarterback play would be the difference, I believe. Um, I didn't see him get beat this bad just because of the product that Eli continues to put on the field.
Mhm.
But it happens. It happens, man, especially against good ball teams. So we'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season unfolds with Missouri. I'm not counting them out at all. I think they can finish still top 10, top 12, and find a way into the playoffs.
Mm. It's gonna be a
I think
road.
so. Yeah, man. Another team that I think could have been in the playoffs was SMU. They're currently 5-1 in the ACC right now, and the reason being of the loss that they had versus BYU was uncertainty at the quarterback position. They
Mhm.
found, who their quarterback is. They haven't lost since. But man, that team could be a 6-0 team in the ACC, setting themselves up for a playoff run. Do you think they'll get in the playoffs?
Yeah, they would have to win out. I actually watched him, man. The quarterback's smooth. I like him, man. Makes good decisions, protects the football.
Yep.
But can they make it to the playoff? Absolutely, man. They can make it to the playoff just off their lineage. I don't know if you know it. SMU used to be a top program before they had to shut the whole program down. I can't remember what it was called, but off the top of my head right now, but they had to shut their program down. And they've been slowly building it back up,
Yeah.
man. I think right now by moving to the ACC, they gave themselves a chance to not only compete against better teams, but putting themselves in position to make the playoffs. So they went out there definitely in. And if they have another loss, man, it'll be a possibility where they're on the cusp of it. Just depending on how the loss is.
Oh, man, it's tough. With a BYU loss, though, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Because again, we still got other teams who you got a one-loss Bama probably getting in if they win out. Georgia has lost to Kentucky, right?
Mhm.
Man, you got some team. You got a lot of teams right now, especially in the SEC, who I feel like could push SMU out of that slot. Which again, I think will towards the end of the season, you will see how important these wins are or losses are. Um, just because of the competitive nature of who's going to get in these slots. How was the selection committee?
How is it?
Yeah, like is it kind of how it was before they expanded?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's the same kind of
Yeah.
selection committee.
They're gonna be biased to the SEC.
As they should. That's what a better football is. Georgia beat Kentucky by a point, but they just lost to Bama. Bama lost to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So that means that Auburn has to beat Alabama, which will probably happen. But I think I already had those guys slotted in the playoff. Georgia, Bama, I already had those guys slotted in. So I think SMU was going against guys of Colorado, maybe a Boise State if they go, undefeated,
Yeah.
on that realm. I'm thinking SMU is at 11 or 12 spot. Um, I don't know. It could change. It could change if they win the ACC. They'll be higher. But right now, you got Miami in that spot winning out, possibly a Clemson as well being added. So they will come in that last slot, barely getting in. They had to fight somebody to get in that spot.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be interesting to see, man. Speaking of Miami, Heisman front runner, one of the Heisman front runners, Cam Ward, um, leads one of the best comebacks probably in college football history, in that ball game. Um, was that a Heisman performance?
Man, it definitely was, man. He bought his guys back from 20 down in the quarter to find a way to win the game, man. Resilient, man. One of my friends told me that this Miami team reminds him actually of the Auburn 2010 team, man. Just finding ways to win. I think
Yeah.
maybe 12 of those games we might have been down in 7 or 8 of the games and had to come back at halftime. We were down and had to, find a way to win. And that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're not getting out phase. It seems to be, ever many points it is we could come back. So that's sending out an alert to all the other teams as well that man, we got to keep fighting the whole game. We can't go up a 20 and relax.
Nah, man. But again, that's the culture that you've created. That starts way before the season starts. That's off-season training. That's guys really getting bought into a program to even be able to continue to compete when you're down 14, 21, 24 points. So no, we'll definitely see how Miami fares out the rest of the season. I know now, do they play Clemson?
Miami,
Yeah.
I think they do. I think they do. Let me fact check that.
Yeah, man. I'm curious to see kind of the rest of their schedule. Um, Man, the playoffs gonna be interesting, bro. Playoffs gonna be very, very interesting.
Oof. Miami got Louisville, Florida State, Duke, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, and Syracuse. That's gonna be tough.
No, they should win out. They should win out though.
That's gonna be
Yeah. But man, it's nothing like the SEC competition.
that's gonna be tough for them.
Syracuse, good ball club. Duke, solid ball club.
Yeah, they're on the road. They on the road to Syracuse. They're on the road to Georgia Tech. Florida State comes to them, and now Louisville comes to them. No, they go to Louisville. They go to Louisville, and Louisville's they play this weekend. No, that's next weekend. So they got a bye week this week. I was about to say Louisville's coming off a loss to SMU at home, so they're gonna be ready to get the bad taste out their mouth. But they're on the road to Georgia Tech and Syracuse. I think those are dangerous football games.
Yeah, no, Syracuse rocking and rolling. Duke continues to they got good quarterback play. You talk about it again, quarterback play, quarterback play. Duke got a solid guy over there, man, who continues to compete. I like watching Duke. I like watching Duke. I hadn't seen Louisville yet. I'm curious to what do they rank? Top 10, top 15?
Oh man, Louisville was ranked. Dang, they was they undefeated, and they had just lost. Let me see. Oh, they was undefeated. Louisville. So they just played Notre Dame.
No, I think
At the back, they beat Tech.
I think Louisville is
Ranked.
13.
They're not ranked. So
They're
right
not
now,
ranked.
they're not ranked. Louisville is two. It's actually 2-3.
Yeah.
2-3.
All right. Well, like I said, I'm curious to see Miami go into those games, man. Honestly, bro, this was another game I went to sleep on. Just
Mm.
like the UGA and Bama game. Late night, I was unable to watch and finish that game. But as soon as you wake up, historic moment, historic moment.
Oh, man. A story. It's crazy, man. The first thing I did was wake up and I looked to see, what the final score was. I thought it was gonna be a beatdown and to come see that they won the game was crazy.
Crazy, dog. Heisman winners. You talk about the kid in Boise, running back, putting up crazy numbers right now. You talk about Cam Moore. You talk about Shador in Colorado. You talk about the guy Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball, something that you haven't seen. We haven't seen in our lifetime. Right now, who do you have as the leading guy for Heisman?
As the leading guy for Heisman, I probably would put Travis Hunter. Um, Still would keep Travis Hunter just by dynamics. But if we go by numbers, uh, man, you probably have to put Boise State first, and then Cam Ward, and then Travis. But those three are the top three guys. Those are the guys that should be in New York.
Yeah,
All right, then after that, you got Shador and maybe Milrow, but those three guys are the guys that's standing out the most.
yeah. Man, I know after the loss that Milrow just took, man, a lot of people kind of pushing him out that conversation for the
Yeah,
time being. Again, still left to unfold, but I'm with you. I take Travis Hunter right now as the leading guy for Heisman, especially isn't it decided by the committee, Heisman committee? Man, you know he winning that. From a popularity standpoint, from what he's doing on the field, um, I think Travis Hunter wins the Heisman. But man, the running back at Boise, damn near the numbers he putting up hadn't been done.
yeah,
Or it's been a while. I think they talked about his numbers through 5 games compared to I believe Barry Sanders. I want to say
yeah. He's gonna
uh,
be a 1,000-yard rush for
crazy,
sure,
crazy man.
for sure.
So yeah, man, some good ball going on, man. But definitely excited for these games this week, bro. Let's get it, man. Predictions with Ryan, bro. We're gonna kick it off, man. It seems like rivalry week
Mm-hmm.
already. When you talk about starting it off with Texas, Oklahoma.
Mm. Red
Um,
River Rivalry.
Red River rivalry, man. And I'm gonna start this one off, bro. I'm coming out first. Oklahoma upset. They're a
Okay.
14-point underdog right now. Man, I like the quarterback. Talk about quarterback play. I know the Texas quarterback is Ewers is back, right? He's back. He obviously gets a lot of rave as far as quarterback play. but I think it's another kid on the other side, man, the freshman, who's ready to compete in this game. And I feel like when you're an athletic quarterback, freshman, he has nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, man. I feel like he'll be able to make some big plays using his legs. And I got Oklahoma to win this ball game at home.
Gotcha. All right. Well, listen, they play the Red River Rivalry in Dallas, so it's gonna be on the neutral
It's in
field, half
Dallas.
and half. It's in
Oh
Dallas.
man. Oh man. Talk to me.
Uh, and yeah, I'm just gonna straight up go with Texas. I'm going with Texas. I'm going with Quinn Ewers and them, man. Um, I just like Sarkeesian, and I think he's gonna have a better game plan than Brett Venables. They got more experience at the quarterback. They really haven't showed, too much of a weakness this year. But it is a rivalry. I do understand that, and Oklahoma has upset them when Texas was the largest team to win the game. But in this instance, I'm gonna pick the Texas Longhorns to come out with the win.
Oh man. Texas is undefeated right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot on the line. A lot on the line for Texas, man. But um, again, man, somehow, some way, bro, Oklahoma puts it together. What they at AT&T?
Nah. They had the Cotton Bowl,
Okay.
the original Cotton
Oh
Bowl where the
man.
fair be at.
It's gonna be a great one, man. 2:30 ABC, man. Lock in to start the early afternoon slate, man. Next up, we got Ohio State. Probably the best wide receiver in the country outside of the kid from Bama. 1 and 2, both freshmen, 17-year-old kids, man. Um, Headed to Oregon, playing against Oregon, a team that was for me impressive last week with the win that they had, man. Um, what you think? Ohio State versus Oregon.
Uh, for one, Ohio State has the best receiver in the country. Jeremiah Smith seems to be a man amongst boys, man. He seems like a better version of Julio to me. As far as speed and running
Hold up,
routes.
hold up, hold up, hold up. A better
Yeah,
version of Julio.
yeah. At this age, the time, he's better than Julio. Watch him. He's better than Julio. But anyways, moving forward, I'm gonna pick. With that being said, I'm gonna pick Oregon to get the upset.
Yeah.
Um, being at home, I really need to see Ohio State up against like real Texas, somebody that's on their level. Instead of just beating up these Ohio's and Akron Zips, etc. No, they beat Michigan State, but even Michigan State's not on the same level that they used to be when we were around in college. So I'm gonna pick Oregon to win this. It's gonna be a great game to watch. And I'm just gonna roll with the Ducks for some reason.
Yeah. I'm piggybacking, bro. Oregon underdog pick. Quarterback play. Gabriel, again, I saw him last week play good ball. He threw a pick early in the game, in the red zone actually. But man, bounced back, didn't let it phase him. I think the head guy has something, an identity that he's built out over there, man. So I'm rolling with the Ducks as well, bro. Oregon to win this ball game. They're gonna put up some points too. They're gonna put
Mhm.
up some points. So Ohio State better be ready for a shootout.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Ole Miss Rebels. Ole Miss Rebels, man, headed to Death Valley, facing
Mm.
LSU, man. This is another one. Man, you got game after game after game this week, man. Rebels versus LSU. Um, man, this is gonna be again old SEC matchup.
Yeah.
Um, it's a little different, again, just because of the style of play that Ole Miss has right now. Again, they run and gun, they're gonna put up points as well. Um, and with that being said, man, I'm taking Lane Kiffin. I think he'll be able to outscore LSU. I think he'll be able to outscore LSU. Um, and I think he'll win the coaching match.
It's a night game.
7:30, sir.
Taking LSU. Go Tigers.
Oh man, at home in Death Valley. I understand that pick. I understand that pick, man. Another one we got. It's kicking off at 10:15 Eastern, I believe, ESPN. You got Coach Prime playing against Kansas State, man, a team
Mm.
that definitely has a lot to play for as well right now. Um, this could possibly end up being one of the best games of the day. Um, Even with all of the good games we just discussed, this could be one of the best games of the day. Definitely excited to see Kansas State, man. I like the way they play ball. Obviously, like the running back that came from Colorado, with Edwards. Um, who you got in this matchup, bro? How does Coach Prime and the guys fare?
they got another test on their hands, and I think it's one of the better tests of the season. I think that they'll be up for this game. Not only because they had one of their prime Louis luggage guys transfer
Yeah.
to the team, but he's also coming back, to Colorado game in Colorado. But I think that Colorado is starting to believe that they belong. It's one thing just saying, oh, we're gonna do all this, but once you get to playing guys and what I'm saying and seeing what the real talent is out there against you, Coach Prime moving up to a different level of coaching, coaching against guys that, coach just as well as or better than him. I think they're starting to figure things out, man. I'm going to roll with Colorado in this. Travis has another day. Shador has another day, but I'm thinking that their running back, I think he's gonna be the star of this game. I'm saying he's going between 100 and 120 yards rushing.
Ooh, has he rushed for 100 yet?
I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. But
He's gonna do it this game.
yeah, he hasn't rushed for 100. But what they have been doing is trying to establish the run for the past few games. So, um, again, they're gonna have to run the ball to win this game. They're gonna have to find a way to run the ball. Again, even if they only picking up 3, 4 yards at a time, you gotta stay patient. Gotta stay patient. I'm with you though. I'm taking Colorado in this game. Man, Travis Hunter might have 200 reception yards and a pick. We see it's like we see these crazy numbers and crazy performances week after week, bro. So shit, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting him to come out. I'm expecting him to have 8 receptions, 120, 150. I'm expecting Shador to throw for probably 3, 4 touchdowns. Taking Colorado. Taking
Go Buffs.
Colorado. Yep, let's get it, man. We got Alabama. Alabama is coming off of crazy upset that we just talked about the Vandy, but they got a South Carolina team coming into town. Who's ready to play, ready to compete, and would love to be the next team to beat Bama. What do you think about this matchup, man? Is this another trap game? You talked about Vandy being a trap game coming off of UGA. Could this be another trap game for Bama and Crimson Tide?
I don't think this would be a trap game. I think they've refocused. I think they come in with the attitude to blow them out, but I don't think they blow out South Carolina
Yeah,
like that. Even though South Carolina's coming off a beatdown from Ole Miss, I think they regroup as well. Two teams coming off a loss. Um, South Carolina has talent, man. It has talent, man. They just got to get their quarterback play more consistent. I still have them losing. I have Alabama winning this game at home. Getting a bad taste out of their mouth. The connection from Milroe to Ryan Williams is going to continue. I feel like they find different ways to get him the football. I know he scored last week off a deep pass once again, and then they had a reverse for him that he scored on. So they find different ways to get him the football, man. I
yeah.
don't think this changed. I like Alabama to win the game.
I like Alabama to win this game too, simply because of quarterback play. Again, a fan of Robbie Ashford, man, but it has some very, very, crazy turnovers, to say the least, man. Crazy turnovers last week, bro. Snaps, quarterback center exchanges. So got to take Alabama in this game, man. I got them by 17 plus.
Beat down.
Beat down, man. Tennessee, um, taking on Florida. Taking on Florida. Tennessee 4-1, coming off a loss. Florida coming off a solid victory, man. They put it on UCF and Malzahn. Man, how does this ball game fare, bro? How does this ball game play out?
And I think this is one of the more interesting games of the weekend,
Yeah,
man. Florida struggling this year. Still winning games, but not doing things that you expect Florida to do. I think this will be one of the most intriguing games because Florida actually has a great winning record over Tennessee recently. They're playing in Knoxville. It doesn't seem to matter where they play. Florida finds a way to beat Tennessee. So it will be interesting to see how this game goes, man. I want to go with Florida, but I feel like Tennessee gets things together and win this game. But man, I really want to say Florida on the road. I'm gonna pick
wow,
Tennessee.
man, this is one of my picks, bro. Like they say when you picking your parlay, they say hammer this pick right here. Tennessee, man. Tennessee at home. They're not gonna lose 2 in a row, not dropping 2 in a row. Tennessee is a team that will get in the playoffs. Um, and bro, outside of Tuscaloosa, that's the hardest place to play in the country, in my opinion.
Mhm.
One of the toughest places to play in the country. is a notch
Baton Rouge.
over. You take Baton Rouge over Tennessee? No, I
Yeah,
don't. I don't.
yeah.
From the years we played in Baton Rouge and versus Tennessee,
I'm taking Baton Rouge, bro.
oh
I'm taking
man,
Baton Rouge. Them people crazy.
man, bro, Tennessee they got 100 damn near 15,000 people in the stadium.
Might be loud, but it
It's
ain't as
loud.
raunchy. It ain't as raunchy as Baton Rouge. It ain't as raunchy.
No, it ain't as raunchy, but it's louder. It's definitely a louder spot. Um, man, Vandy, Kentucky. Vanderbilt coming off a huge win. They would love to upset Mark Stoops and Kentucky Wildcats, brother. Um, can the quarterback do it again? Can he continue to build his brand, continue to shock the country?
Man, this would have been a game they wouldn't even put on TV, man. But now I'm interested. I'm interested to see the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
look back and see what they got going on while I'm watching another game.
yeah.
Um, he has to. The quarterback has to keep it up now. He's getting off NILs. He's getting eyes on Vanderbilt. He has to keep up what's going on. And I think he has another stellar game, man. He runs that offense to perfection, man. He seems comfortable in the offense. Will they go on the road and get this upset? Mm, mm.
Can he do it?
Man. Big man. I'm gonna go with Kentucky. I'm gonna go with Kentucky. Vanderbilt still sipping some of the champagne. I'm gonna go with Kentucky in a close
Man, what Kurt Street, I mean, what Lee Corso say? Not so fast, my friend. Hey, look,
one.
nah. Again, I like the quarterback, man, doing great things, but you won't be able to sneak up on Kentucky. What they say, the cat's out the bag, man.
Out the bag.
Everybody in the country know you coming. They saw the press game. They saw you know the big win you just pulled off versus Bama. They saw you talking about NIL. What he say? Vandy turn.
Yeah,
Hey, we know y'all turn now. We know y'all coming into town. This is
yeah.
it's a different Vandy group, but they won't be able to win this one in Lexington, bro. I got Kentucky. Got Kentucky by 10 plus. Kentucky by 10 plus. Man, there it is, man. Get ready to watch some ball, man. College football Saturday. Let's get it.